Today we'll read Joshua 3:14. So when the people set out from their tents to pass over the Jordan with the priest bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, harvest season should mean increase, peace, and come with reward and relief. But instead, Israel stood before an overflowing Jordan. This reveals a principle in the kingdom that what threatens your harvest is often guarding your inheritance. Their crossing did not occur in calm conditions. The river, being at its full strength, was not a warning of failure, but as a divine signal that the time to step into promise could no longer be postponed. What appeared as resistance was actually a marker that wandering had ended and possession had arrived. When God moves his people forward, he moves not only through effort, but through consecrated courage and obedience at the peak of natural resistance. Beloved, difficult season is not proof that something is wrong. It is often proof that something has ended. What opposes your harvest often guard your inheritance. Your inheritance always attracts pressure because it carries future responsibility, not merely present blessing. As believers, we need to understand that the enemy never guards what holds no future. What stands before you is not meant to stop you. It's meant to identify you. And only those who are willing to step into resistance are qualified to step into promise. But transition is triggered not by favorable conditions, but by obedience. God is not asking you to understand the overflow. He's asking you to step into it. The flood was not sent to drown you, but to announce that the wilderness season has ended. If the river had been low, Israel might have crossed by strategy, but because it overflowed, the crossing demanded surrender from logic to God alone. You may feel pressure where you expected provision, delayed where you anticipated delay, or resistance where you are prepared for reward. But do not retreat. Step forward. The ground will open beneath your obedience. You are called to walk into what God has already prepared. What stands before you at full strength is not your enemy. It is your threshold, announcing that the wilderness season has ended. So today we'll declare that I step forward in obedience even when the water rises and my inheritance is revealed. What rises against me is not my enemy. It is a threshold of my promise, and I will not retreat. God's presence goes before me. The ground appears beneath my feet as I walk in faith. I refuse to admire the promise from afar. I walk into all that God has already prepared for me. Difficulty is not denial. It is a confirmation that my season of increase is here. Resistance cannot stop my destiny. Every obstacle now yield to God's authority in my life. I move forward by consecrated courage, trusting God's timing over circumstances. The flood before me does not overwhelm